I can tell that you're obviously passionate about it and you've stayed at it for this long. So there's definitely a need and it's definitely working. And I just love that you're saying to families like, no, God's for you too. Like Jesus is not
Yes.
just for the, family that by design did A plus B plus C, but it's like God is working in your families too. So can we get specific and we can go as many as you want, but practically, how could you encourage parents today that are parenting through that scenario, whether they just are walking through a divorce or their spouses just got remarried? There's all kinds of scenarios, but give us some practical things that these families can do.
Sure. And by the way, you mentioned Jesus, so I'll just remind everybody he had a stepdad. So, it's not like the savior of the world hadn't been there, done that. He had. And I always remind people, there's 2 stories about Joseph in the Bible, and both of them remind him that he wasn't the dad. Story 1, Mary's pregnant. Not mine. I'm out.
Wow.
Right? He felt no emotional attachment to this child at all. It wasn't his kid. Okay. Guess what, step-parents? Sometimes you kind of look at your stepchild and go, I don't know what to do with you. I don't know where to put you. I don't know what, and I'm not sure I really wanted to take on all this responsibility. But Joseph, who gets tapped on the shoulder by the Spirit of the Lord, who says, dude, we need you. And he's like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And by the way, dude is in the Greek. It's in there. I saw it. I don't know where.
I believe you.
I'm pretty sure it's there. But the point is, this is what step-parents do every single day. They take on responsibilities that are not theirs, not inherently theirs, and they choose them. Think about that, Courtney. The God of the universe chose to take on human flesh and come down here and love us with his entire self. And the first thing that happens is he has them choose to love him.
Love it. Love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
These are step-parents. Let's lift them up and support them a little bit. They're taking on monumental tasks.
Right.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Story number 2 about Joseph. Jesus gets lost. He's 12. They can't find him. They're like, where have you been? And he's like, oh, I went to my dad's house. Joseph gets reminded every moment in the Bible that he's not the dad.
Wow.
See, this is also step-parents' life, because there are moments where the kid looks at you and says, you're not my mom. You can't tell me what to say. Or I love that you're cleaning my clothes for me and making my meals and taking me to soccer practice and getting me to school on time. But don't try to tell me how to run my life. Like, how confusing is that for step-parents? You are, but you aren't. Or you are as long as I like you, but then you aren't is the moment I don't want you to play that role in my life. Right. Step-parents deal with that on an ongoing basis. Now, I don't think Jesus was snotty at all. I think he was very respectful. He was just knowing his priority. So that's not really a true comparison. But that experience of him, I have all those obligations and responsibilities, and yet I don't get the respect. I don't get the authority. I'm not counted as a parent in this child's life, and it leaves me in this place of ambiguity. How difficult is that? Now, those are just 2 examples of the emotional world and climate that step-parents have to navigate. They pick up great resources. They listen to your awesome podcast, and they're encouraged by something, and they go and they try it, and it backfires because in their world, there's an upside-down dynamic where authority is what allows you the right, for example, for a parent to step into a kid's world and say, not going to do it that way. We're going to do it this way. But step-parents have marginal authority in the beginning. They have, they feel like they have authority, but the child hasn't quite accepted that authority. Now we have tension. And so what works for biological parents can completely backfire on step-parents. But nobody told them that. They didn't know. So they tried to do what was right. Well, right for different people, not right for you. See, that's the kind of stuff we want to try to help them make sense of. The practicalities of navigating that space when you're not the parent.
Yeah.
That's what's hard and challenging.
Imagine that